Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another 30 and 30. This is going to be lipsticks, and it's kind of just a mix. There are regular bullet lipsticks. There are a lot of liquid lipsticks because I love my liquid lipsticks. And then there's some lip glosses in here as well. So it's just kind of a mix of things, whatever I felt like grabbing that day. Plus, if I just did liquid lipsticks, I don't have enough neutral colors to wear to work to kind of make it work. Anyway, we're just going to jump right in here and I'm going to start talking about them and going through all the ones that I used this past month. First up is Frida Kahlo. This is Sensual from the collaboration with Ulta. Oh my gosh, I love this collaboration. I love this lipstick. You're going to see another one coming up soon as well, but I would totally recommend Ulta brand's liquid lipsticks. They're so good. I really like them. Next one that I used was from Bite. This is the shade Sweet Cream. I really like this one as well. I wasn't a big fan of Bite for the longest time, and they're kind of growing on me. It's still, the formula is a little sticky for me, but I still think they're pretty good. They don't last nearly as long as the Ulta ones that I just talked about. Ulta brand liquid lipsticks last really well, by the way. Next is from Nude Sticks. This is another brand that I wasn't like a big fan of at first, but they're definitely growing on me. This is the shade Belle. That's what it looks like. It's a beautiful neutral color, really good for every day when you're going to work. I have several minis going on, you'll see, but I do really like that one as well. Then we have another liquid lipstick, Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Sellout. Now, the thing that I find with these is that they can go bad and they can go rancid very easily. So make sure that you're checking on them regularly, smelling them, making sure they're not going rancid, because that's the only problem I faced with my melted mattes in the past. But that's the shade Sellout. It's a good formula as well. I don't think it lasts quite as long as some of my other ones. The only thing I have about this is it's a little brown, but I'm going to make it work and keep using it. I probably would not buy a full size of it though. Next is from Covergirl. Obviously, as you can tell, like the words are really coming off on these and I don't know why. This was their Queen Major Shade collection. This is the shade Insider. This formula lasts so well and it looks really nice on the skin. It does have to be kind of built up and layered. That's what it looks like. I like everything about this formula except the smell. They don't smell good. They have a really chemically smell to them. That's the one thing I will say is that there's a lot of chemical scent to it. So if you don't like chemically scents, then I would avoid it. As you can tell, I'm already having difficulty with it. Next up is from Tarte. These are the lip paints from Tarte. They're the Tartes. I like the more moussey formula ones than the more quick dry ones. There's the quick dry and then just the regular. I like the regular ones. They do have like a mint scent to them. That is the shade Manny. It is really pretty. I really like them. The only other thing that I will say about them is that they do tend to leak oil. Even if you have them standing upright, you're gonna have oil in the bottom of your makeup holder. So I have them sitting on a piece of tissue at the bottom of their bin, which is the thing I don't like about them and why I stopped buying full sizes of them. Next up is Birthday Suit. This one is just really, obviously this one I'm getting kind of close to the end of this one. It's a great nude. It's basically your birthday suit. Yes, very much so. That's what it looks like. I do have a full size in this one as well. I am keeping both of them because I do like it and I wear it quite frequently. This next one is probably like one of my favorite lipsticks now of all time. It's from the MAC and Aladdin collection. I wish I had bought backups of these. I am really bummed that I did not. This feels like it's kind of like falling out of its container already. This is the shade Princess Incognito. It is gorgeous. It's like the perfect shade for me. I would wear this pretty much every day if I knew I could get backups of it. Unfortunately, I only bought one, and I've been kicking myself ever since I couldn't find it, and I realized that I really liked it. Next is from Tarte. This is the shade Delight. I was just checking to see if I was decluttering. I'm not decluttering any of these so far. I love the Lippy Lingerie formula from Tarte. They do have a slight mintiness to them, but they last and they feel really nice on the lips. Like, that's one of the reasons why I really like them. So it feels like nourishing to your lips when you wear them. I really like that one. That was part of a holiday collection last year, I think. I think it was last year. Next up is from Buxom. This is the first of the glosses. This is the shade Mudslide. I am getting close to this one being gone, so it is one that I normally just have sitting upright. That's what it looks like. It's basically just a plain nude gloss. It is a little sticky, which is part of the reason I don't wear glosses very much. But I'm trying to work through some of my lip glosses. So hopefully that one I'll be able to work through pretty soon. I'm going to try to do one more row of 5 on my hand before wiping it off. Next up is another from Frida Kahlo and Ulta. This is the shade Surreal. This, I've gotten compliments wearing this lipstick both on camera and in real life. If they still have these, go get this. This is a gorgeous shade. It's just like the perfect, very beautiful shade. Love it, love it, love it. Kind of wishing I would pick up a backup, but I don't need to pick up a backup. Like, I have so many, and liquid lipsticks don't last as long as stick lipsticks, unfortunately. Next up is from Kat Von D. This is the shade Mother. I do like her formulas. They do last fairly well. They are drying though. So if you don't like a drying formula, this is not one for you. It is a really pretty shade. It's a bit darker. I wish it was just a shade lighter so that I could wear it every day, but it's not quite an everyday shade for me. Ofra has a great liquid lipsticks formula. This is the shade Oh My Rai Rai, which was from the Madison Miller collaboration. I got this as an add-on with my Ipsy bag last month in September. I think it was September. Yeah, it must have been September because I was like, ooh, I want to wear this. This is a really pretty shade. It's a little brown for me, but not like too brown that I won't wear it. But I wish it was just a stitch more pink than brown. Next up is from Bite. This is the shade Fig, which is again a really pretty shade. I think they do a really nice job with some of the Bite Beauty ones. I'm not a big fan of the more brownish shades, but like these more pinky shades, I'm all about those. Last one before I wipe off all of these swatches is from Ofra. This is the shade Mocha. I also got this in my Ipsy bag, and it's just, I'm going to swatch it down below the Madison Miller Oh My Rai Rai because they look so similar in the tube, but that's what it looks like. And then you can see that it's a little bit darker than the Madison Miller, but you can probably tell that I have kind of a shade range that I lean towards when I'm picking liquid lipsticks. This one looks super dark in the camera. I'm going to try to adjust my lighting so you can see it a little better. There, that might show it a little bit better. That's what all of them look like. That gloss is really popping right now. And I'm going to wipe off all of these so I can show you the other 15 shades that I wore this past month. You're probably wondering when I'm going to start decluttering some of these. And that time has come. So the first 15 were all great, all formulas that I'm definitely keeping that I 100% love. Not so much the second 15. So this first one is a Wander Beauty. It's a 2-in-1. I have 2 shades in here, Nikki Beach and BB. So BB looks beautiful, but this formula, I just don't really like it. It settles into my lips. It moves. I don't understand why why it does stuff like that. And this is Nikki Beach, by the way. I should show you both of those. Yeah, it bled out, it moved around, it settled into my line, like my lip lines in my lips, not like around my lips, but it just, they both moved and I just was not a fan. So these two are being decluttered. Next was from Huda Beauty, and you know that I love Huda Beauty. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. This is the shade Alluring. This came in the July Allure box, and my friend Kim passed it along to me because she swatched it and she was like, nope, not for me. I really like it though. I was really excited to get it. I got some compliments in a recent video actually when I was wearing it, so I do like that one as well. Definitely keeping it. Then we have, another Wander Beauty. This is the shade, what shade is this? Wanderberry. I got lost for a second. Same problem with the formula. Moves around. Just, it's messy, and I don't do messy very well. So I am eliminating that one as well. I don't know if I showed it to you, but that's what it looks like. So far, 3 declutters. Then we go on to Tarte Rosé. This is a quick dry lip paint from Tarte. My goodness. This one I find is just too drying of a formula and too brown of a shade. So I am going to declutter this one. It's not the same formula as the other ones that I showed earlier. Those were the more moussey type. This was the quick dry formula. Then we have Tarte Living. This is their Rainforest Drench Lip Splash. That's what it's called. As you can see, I don't have very much of it left actually. It's a really pretty like mauve-y shade. I love this formula of Tarte, so definitely keeping that. That's probably going to be one of my goals to use up this next year. Then we have Bad Medina. This came in a limited edition glossy box. It looks gorgeous. Like, look at how beautiful that looks. I think I'm going to declutter it though, because it just doesn't really look great on me, and it's really my coloring, that's why. So I'm going to declutter this one because the coloring just isn't quite for me, which makes me really sad because I do think it's a beautiful lipstick and I actually like the lipstick itself. It doesn't look good. Then we have Dose of Colors Warm and Fuzzy. This was a limited edition, but it is no longer a limited edition. And I recommended this in my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty haul. This I love. This is one that I wear all the time. It's just a really perfect pinky nude, everyday great shade, at least for me. Then we have Tarte Bounce. I'm not the biggest fan of this formula. This is the same formula as the one I just decluttered, the Rosé, but this shade is why I'm keeping it because it's just different and it looks so good. I really like the shade actually, which is why I'm going to keep it, but it's a great shade. I really like it. So Bounce is staying. Then we have Ofra, and this is the shade Santa Ana. It doesn't say Santa Ana anywhere on it, which made it really confusing to try to figure out what shade it was. I had to go back through and like do BoxyCharm searches trying to find out what shade I had gotten. That is what it looks like. It is a beautiful shade. I love this formula. This is probably one of my most reach for liquid lipsticks, and it looks great. It wears great, and the formula, I really like the formula as well. It just makes me happy. All right, Melted Clover. I got this at TJ Maxx. I was so excited to find it for $5.99. It's more purple than I thought it was going to be. When I looked at it on the website, I was like, oh, yeah, that looks like a nice nudie, but no, this is definitely more purple. I love this color. It's not like a bam purple in your face. It's more subtle on. How did I transfer it? Look at that. I don't know how I got it down there. Anyway, I really like this lipstick. I would totally repurchase this when this one's gone, as long as it doesn't go bad before that time, because that has happened too. Then we have my favorite formula, MAC. You probably have heard me talk about how much I love MAC. This is a matte shade. This is Velvet Teddy, kind of like their famous shade. And that's what it looks like. I'm going to get rid of this one. I know that's probably a surprise, but the shade is just too brown. Like, I wore it and I was like, ugh, all day. I did not like the way my lips looked. So it is going, I don't know if I'm going to pass it along or if I'm just going to put it in like a pile for back to MAC, because it would qualify for that. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet, but it is definitely leaving my collection one way or the other. Next is from Too Faced. These are the Comfort Lip Glaze, part of the Tutti Frutti collection at Ulta. This first shade is Fruit Cake, and it's a very peachy shade, and it smells kind of spicy, like a fruity cake. So, you know, it smells like it's fruit cake, basically. I thought I was gonna love these, and first, every time I wore, I have one other one too. Every time I wore them, they got on my teeth, and people would be like, you have lipstick on your teeth. And then I'm trying to like get it off, which I didn't like. But this time when I wore it, I didn't get it on my teeth. Like, I was super paranoid the entire day, like making sure I didn't have it on my teeth. But it broke down weird, and then I reapplied, and then it felt gloopy and weird, and like there's glitter that's left behind, so then it kind of like bunches up. So I am decluttering it. I have some friends who I think might like it more than me, that like lip glosses more than me. Like, I'm not a lip gloss girl, so that's part of the problem too. Same thing for this one. This is Home Slice. It did not feel as bad as Fruit Cake when I reapplied. This one smells even better. This smells more fruity. Doesn't have that spice to it. But it's, once again, I don't want to reapply it, and I was paranoid the entire day. And I just don't want to go through an entire day where I'm paranoid that my lipstick is on my teeth. Like, I have enough stuff to deal with in my real life. Like, I don't want to deal with that too. So that is being decluttered as well. And then my last one is from Stila. This is the shade Perla. I feel like I returned the full size of this, I think. Maybe I have a full size of this too. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. This is what it looks like. This is the shade. It is so light. I love still Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. I think they're a really good formula, but it is so light. I didn't like how it looked on my skin at all, on my lips, when I did the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to let it go as well. I have some other friends who I think will like it. So when I total up everything, I'm getting rid of 9 lipsticks. One is a 2-in-1, but I'm still counting that as 2. So 9 out of 30, I think, is actually pretty good. That's almost a third of them that I am passing along, getting out of my collection. And then these other ones I really like. So that makes me happy as well. Let me know if you've tried any of these, what your thoughts and opinions have been on them over the time you've used them, or if there's ones that you're intrigued by that you want to try as well. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. I really appreciate you sitting here and spending some time with me, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.